net ionic equations of aqueous compound. We're going to go through 3-4 examples and step at a time. So pay attention and you may want to take some notes. Okay, let's start. First thing we're going to go through is we're going to first write the balance of molecular equation. Then we're going to understand that we have to break the aqueous compound into ions. This is complete ionic equation. And then we have to cancel the spectator ions, and we're going to define that if you have forgotten it, and then write the net ionic equation at the end. Now, the spectator ions, remember that they do not participate in any chemical reaction. Okay, in the specific chemical reaction, they appear unchanged on both sides of the complete ionic equation. That means they don't form water. They don't change the oxidation state of the solution. They don't change the electrical charge part of the solution. None of that. They just do not participate in the chemical reaction. Now, remember that only aqueous solution or compound they can break into the ions. So solids, liquids, and gases, they do not. They do not. Okay? All right, let's start with the first question. Here is the first question. And the first question, basically, we have the silver nitrate and both aqueous, by the way, and salt. We want to know what's going to happen, and we're going to find the product, and we're going to put it into full ionic equation and go from there. Okay, let's break it up first. And remember that every time that you do any of these equations, you do need to balance the equation, molecular equation first, then you have to break it down. So let's figure out what the product is here. And this is a double replacement easily, so we can do that. So here it is. We get AgCl plus NaNO₃. So in this case, just be aware that AgCl, this is silver chloride, that is solid. But NaNO₃, that is an aqueous compound. Okay, so AgCl, we have to leave it alone because it cannot be broken down to the ionic equation, but the sodium nitrate can. So Na plus and then plus NO₃ nitrate, polyatomic compound negative. And now that we have this, the next step is we're going to go through and cancel spectator ions. Okay. Now, given the fact that this is already balanced, we don't have to do anything about it and to it. We'll let it be. All right. So now let's go ahead and see what we can eliminate with as a spectator ions that shows up on both sides of this equation. So we have NO₃ shows up on both sides. They're not participating in the reaction. We also have the sodium and sodium ion. Okay, so our final ionic equation will be, we're going to rewrite Ag plus 1 plus chlorine negative. That will give us silver chloride. And that is the solid aqueous for both of the ions. Okay, so this is the ionic equation for this reaction, which is a precipitation reaction. It's very basic. All right, let's look at another example. Just before I go ahead and do the second question, I just want to reiterate spectator ions. We already decided the sodium and the nitrate, right? The sodium ion and the nitrate were both spectator ions, and list them right here as well. Okay, now let's start. Now, I had a question on how do we know if a given compound, after we do the reaction, we're going to get a solid. How do we know that? Well, here is the solubility rules that you must know. Now, usually in some schools, they give you a list as a cheat sheet that you can refer to, but they're not hard to memorize, but you do have to know them. Okay, so here is the solubility rules. Always soluble, that means they become aqueous compound, and these are the 4 particular cases of these. So they never precipitate, never solid. Okay, it's automatically aqueous when you see these. Nitrate, acetate, ammonia, and of course we got group 1 metals, the the high reactivity metals, we got lithium and sodium and potassium. Now, and then usually they are soluble, except there's an exception there. We have a chlorine and bromide and iodine. They're soluble except with the silver and the lead. All right. And it's right here again, soluble except with, this is sulfate, by the way, except with these specific ions. Okay. And then, of course, we have usually insoluble. That means they form precipitates. Okay. And these are the 4 precipitate makers. Just remember them. It's pretty straightforward. And then the only exception is that when paired with group 1 or NH4 plus. And remember, group 1 were the high reactivity metals, the lithium and sodium and potassium ion. Okay. And of course, the NH4, which is the ammonium. Okay. Here's the second question. We want to know what is the product will be, and it's double replacement and requires balancing as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So we get PbI2 plus KNO3. Okay. And PbI2, automatically we know this will be a solid. It's one of those the rules of solubility, and we know that KNO3, this will be an aqueous compound. Okay, we need to balance this. Let's go ahead and balance. And this is straightforward. We've got 2 iodine here. We've got to put 2 in front. And then we've got 2 potassium. We've got to put 2 in front there. And everything else is balanced. Okay, so now we got to go ahead and change each of these aqueous compound into the ionic form, except the solid, and then rewrite. Let's go ahead and do that. And this is what you will get. Okay, and make sure that is balanced as well. Okay, so we have everything is balanced on this side. On the left hand side, I have to include the 2 in front because the top here you have NO3 2. So the nitrate has got 2 of them, and then the rest 2K plus plus 2 iodine ion, and then we have the solid, which is the lead iodine, and then we have the 2K plus plus 2 NO3 negative. Okay, this is the ionic equation, but then we have to go through and then cancel the spectator ions. And what are they? Well, so we have NO3 negative and the K plus. They are spectators, so we have to cancel those. And what do we have? We have Pb2 plus 2I minus, and then that will give us the PbI2, which is solid. This is the ionic equation for that specific reaction. Excellent. All right, let's look at this example 3. This question is actually a very important question, and I need you to pay attention to this. So here we go. Let's figure out what the prediction for the product is, and it's straightforward. This would be NaCl plus KNO3. Okay, and we know that NaCl could be an aqueous, and KNO3 is an aqueous because they follow the rules of solubility. Okay. Now that we have this, let's go ahead and write up all the ionic part of this equation, the product and the reactants. But before that, make sure that it is balanced, and it is. So this is balanced. Okay. And now we're just going to go ahead and break it apart into the ionic form. So let's go ahead and do that. So you will get this. Okay. Very straightforward. You just break it up into the ions in each one, and there are aqueous compound. So now that we have that, we have to go ahead and cancel all the spectator ion. Okay, let's do that. Okay, well, we have the sodium and sodium. That's one. The nitrate and nitrate. You see what's happening here? We have the potassium and potassium, and also we have the chlorine and chlorine. That's gone. So what is left? Well, all the ions is gone. So that means there is no reaction. There is absolutely no reaction that can happen for this sodium nitrate and potassium chloride. All right. So that is the important part of this question that I wanted you to pay attention to. So remember that if nothing forms, water, precipitate, nothing forms, there's no reaction. Simple as that. So in this case, all the ions, they cancel each other out, and there's no reaction here because nothing is being formed. Okay. All right. Make sure you check out the quiz in the description below and check out the next video in the series. Okay, until next time.